Okay, let's go ahead then. We'll we'll say enough on all that, and let's talk character creation. So Danielle's already said that she's leaning more towards the influencer character with at least the kind of hacker skill set. Um, and everybody else pretty much has sent a handful of ideas each. Um, I did want to quickly address the question about ability or attributes and stuff because I'm pretty sure I messaged about it. I'm definitely fine with the standard array. So anybody who would rather do that than roll is welcome to do that. I think it would help me, especially going forward through character creation and in the future potentially having to look back at it. If we could be sure to type stuff out in the session chat in Roll20 about um, like, hey, I'm gonna take the standard array for my new character, and or I'm gonna roll, and here's my rolls. Um, I think a lot of the stuff that Dex, uh, Dex and I got together, or he got me some macros that are in the macros tab. If you guys are inclined to just use that instead of having to do all the rolls individually, that would be very helpful in
Mind if I
keeping
do
it
a
a little
real
more
quick
organized.
test on it, Ben?
Yeah, take it away.
All right.
Is this no? Hold on. Is this a test or is this your roll?
No, this is a test.
Okay.
I think you actually
Wait,
have to
where's
have.
the...
Well, let's try it without selecting the character. See if it throws an error.
See, I didn't make it a
Oh,
token action, so it should work separately.
Oh my lord.
there you go. It shows my name, who's rolling, so I can just change that to Dexter, and it clearly identifies who is rolling.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Which reminds me, I'm gonna need to give you guys some actual new character sheets.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
One
Okay.
side note, Ben.
Yeah.
So the way I've always looked at these stat rolls, and the reason I dislike it is because it locks you out of a character idea. Um, the average
Mm.
that is assigned with like just pick these numbers, that's all just the average rolls. That's all just statistical averages.
Okay, yeah.
Exactly like what Ethan just rolled. So and it all just averages out to a net zero. There's only one plus one and one negative one, and the rest are zero. So it averages out the character to zero.
Wait, what
Right.
averages out to zero?
The default stat scores.
The array.
It averages out to zero.
Oh, yeah, yeah. That's right.
So are you considering that if it averages out on a character to -1, -2, at what threshold would you consider like allowing either a reroll or picking the stat block instead?
Important question for me now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like that's terrible. I'm sorry. That's terrible.
Yeah, that is actually pretty terrible. I don't know what a 5 is. Is that a -2?
Pretty
No,
sure.
it's still a
think
minus
so.
one.
That is still a -1.
Yeah,
Oh, is it
it's
-4 or is it 4 that's the -2?
it's 3.
Oh, just 3.
3.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean,
That averages
because
out to a
you
pretty strong -1.
yeah. So I mean, the default way is you roll and then you get to change one to a 4, any one of them to a 14 before you even, take a look at the growth rolls.
Right.
So um yeah, I don't like to set a hard line for okay, if you roll, X, such and such badly, then I'll give you a reroll. Um, because generally, as long as you have a +1 in whatever it is that you need, that's intended to be, that is good enough to get functional. You don't need to have,
Mm-hmm.
a plus. You don't need to have a whole ton of stuff Unless you just if you rolled like if you rolled probably 3 things that are all negative ones right off the bat, that might have me considering when you change.
Okay.
I'm needing to pull up the.
Because like I don't build a character based off the stats. I prefer to have the personality and the backstory and that kind of stuff defined. And if the stats are just going to undermine it, then it just kind of leaves me out to dry.
Yeah, I mean and I guess I think that's why you get to just make one of them a 14, so that you get to have a guaranteed +1 in the main stat you need. And I guess if your character idea requires you having, I mean, the standard, like the standard array only has a single +1 anyway.
Yeah.
I guess I don't see that.
The standard array has a +1 that cancels out the -1 that's there. You're technically, because even if you got an average roll, which would be the same as the default stat block, you get to change one of that default roll. You could easily end up with 2 +1s and no -1 if you choose to roll.
Exactly.
You're actually, it's actually penalizes you to pick the stat block, even though that is the safe thing to do for somebody who's more. Anyway, it's a thing that I dislike about non-point buy character creation.
Yeah, I feel that.
So am I stuck with that?
I'm checking. Let me see the.
I think that's all zeros, save for wisdom.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Then. Yeah, I'd say so, and that's actually the same thing. Let me see what did.
I think you should pick a point in time and say all rolls prior to this have been test rolls. We are now officially rolling. It just makes it clear. It's
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
I don't know what Ethan's intent was with clicking that macro, whether that was intended to be like just playing with it or actually rolling. So I can't speak for him, but that's why I haven't clicked anything, is because I want that official. We are rolling now.
Got you. Yeah, I was gonna say I knew that your first click was going to be a test roll,
Mm-hmm.
Which you actually rolled pretty well for your test roll.
I did. Yeah, that's a shame. I could fit that to a couple of my character concepts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But Ethan, I think in fact, despite a lot of the numbers being a little bit on the low end of the 0 range, that is still just a -1 or net -1 or whatever. So I think that's not so low that I'm feeling the need to have a reroll.
All right, I'm going to officially roll.
Yeah, go ahead and do that.
I'm just well acquainted with Roll20's tendency to try to kill me.
Yeah.
What is this macro you guys are talking about?
Here, let me just put this in the new character.
If you click
planning.
on if you click on the bullet points,
just follow
icon. Yeah.
A roll character.
Yeah, you gotta click on the little die. So does that hit your threshold, Ben? That is -4.
-4?
Yeah.
Really? Hold on a second. I'm trying to find in the.
Well, 2 of those are -1s.
Isn't the 8 -1?
No, 8 should be 0.
Oh,
yeah,
7 is the break off.
Everything else is. Yeah, you're right. Actually, it is.
So it's
-3. Which is what he said.
Wait, who said -3? Oh yeah, I said
you did. 3 -1s.
Well, doesn't he have a +1? Hold on.
Nope.
Barely.
The 13 is
no, 13
0.
is a 0.
Okay, well yeah, he also hasn't used his 14 yet.
I have not. I'm just asking, does that hit your threshold?
No, I don't think so.
All right.
And GM is
A question.
happy for a TPK. Go ahead.
Oh,
He didn't even have a -1 in Constitution. I don't want to hear
I
it.
felt like Ben, you had done things differently than this before. Instead of using that macro, it was like roll this many and then you drop your lowest one and replace it with something else, right?
Well, that's. I have done that in other games. For this game, I've done the either the one of the two standard ways. Once you roll this, you do get to change one of those to a 14 before you go into all the rest of character creation.
You.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
it actually puts your character Danielle as a pretty strong neutral because you have all zeros there,
Mm-hmm.
and whatever you bump, like you. I'm trying to remember, Ben. Don't you get a bonus later on where you can bump an attribute?
you can
Because
spend
bumping,
skill, you can spend skill points on that when you level up.
You can
Yeah, 'cause
also
bumping-
roll on the growth table.
Yeah,
yeah, because between growth table and like spending skill points, you could bump intelligence up one level to 14, which gives you a +1.
Mhm.
So you can very quickly have like charisma at 14 +1, the +1 bonus, and then easily jump intellect up to +1 at your first
Mhm.
level up.
Gotcha. Okay. Sorry, I'm really bad at character creation. I'm sure I make Ben want to pull his hair out, but
Okay, let's see. I need to focus and get all these renamed here so you guys have a character sheet to start putting this stuff into.
I do like how Ben was talking about how he would let a terrible character get re-rolled, and then he sees 2 5s and a 7 and says, "No, that's good enough."
I'll think about it. I don't, but I'm. And you've got a 13 in there too, which is
In
only one away from a
Con,
Hmm?
in Constitution,
And Ben, if you look at the default stat block 14, 12, 11, 10, those are 4 rolls 10 plus. He has 4 rolls where?
Yeah, below. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm telling you, the average stats, that's pretty poor.
that is pretty poor.
I don't want
His
to pressure you
net
into
is
it. I can make it
low.
work.
I never
It's-
I never guaranteed you're gonna get average or better rolls. That's why I was very. I mean, it's certainly borderline. I'll give you that.
I think this could fit
Wow.
the fix know-it-all character, the well-actually character. Got
Mhm.
both low wisdom and low charisma, and I'll bump up the intelligence.
Yeah.
So Dex, you are thinking about doing the actually fixed based character then?
So
Or
the
what?
the problem with this set that I rolled is it does have a 13 that would only be 1 skill point to raise to a 14. A good constitution is only good for having more hit points. There's very few
Exactly.
circumstances where you would roll a skill check with con, although it does come up. So those extra hit points would suggest, okay, it's a fighter type character, a warrior, and then I would use the 14 in my dex, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, it boxes you in, doesn't it?
I still like the random because while I could
Okay.
only fit this set to one of the character concepts, that's why I had multiples, and I could also go off script and say, all right, well now I'm playing a shooty warrior, a tough shooty warrior. And with low
So,
intelligence, wisdom, and charisma.
So here's an idea for compromise. What if I let you switch that 13 with one of your others?
That would certainly make up. That would let me move things. Would you still let me have the 14 though?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Let you switch around the 13 with something else, and then still get one of those as a 14. One of your stats can become 14 after that.
Okay.
I guess
So
I'll roll stats
with
since
that,
everybody's doing it.
I would move the 13 to intelligence and bump the wisdom, and then I would have my telepath pilot with terrible charisma.
Okay.
So a non-face telepath,
Look at them
who's also
12s.
clumsy as all get out and flies only
Yeah, I
by
was wondering
intelligence.
about that. I was wondering about that. That is weird.
You got a really solid set there, Robert. Good choice.
Yeah, that was a shocker.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
But it would actually fit the idea, some of the thoughts I have about the virtual intelligence character
Mhm.
idea.
Yeah, and I definitely I hope I didn't say anything that puts you off too much the idea of the VI, or but I don't know if there were any of those things you wanted to talk more about.
I feel like it's stuff that we could work out later and or just make
Mhm.
like have story effect rather than it be something with like dice effect.
Yeah.
Because I still have to like write up an actual backstory for the character and get your
Yeah.
approval of it. But like, I have a feeling you'll just be laughing about this character idea and where I think he's going to come from. So
Hmm. All right, Ethan, if you don't mind, and I'll save this for everybody, I guess. Put the numbers you rolled in the base part of the stats, and then for boosts, um, we'll consider everything. Yeah, I guess put your stuff, and including the free 14 that you change in the base numbers, and then stuff that you roll like on the growth table will be considered part of the boosts, just so that it's easier to keep track of where everything is. And by way of reminder, also, wow, Ethan rolled really nicely on this growth table there. Got a, let's see, what is it? +2 mental twice and +2 physical, and you can split those up however you want between different stats.
Did you have character sheets for us, and are they available to us?
Yes. Oh, haha. I
Yeah.
might have
I don't.
forgotten that part. Can be edited and controlled by, and in players' journals. I forgot about that part. Ethan, which one were you changing to 14?
My decks.
Okay.
You still going?
Uh,
Oh, actually, I don't know if you were ever going. But it was Robert that was looking most interested in warrior.
Yeah, I would prefer to play a warrior this time around since I played something completely anti-combat.
Yeah.
mhm.
I think I'm looking to go for the Bowman character.
Okay. All right, then
I think that's a fun idea.
it is. I'll definitely not go warrior. I'll switch that 13 around. Thank you, Ben.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right, let's see. So there's Ethan's sheet. Um, let's see. We've got. Oh man, these things are. The buggy dragging is really getting on my nerves. I need to pop these out more often instead of keeping them in the.
Hey Avery, I didn't see any character ideas that you posted. Did you have any ideas?
Oh, for a new character, I wrote up a whole thing.
Did I miss it?
Did you post it?
No, probably didn't post it.
Oh, okay. I was like, there had to have been something from Avery, but I was
I don't
like,
do it.
where is it?
Where are those being posted? Oops.
There's
One
a
sec.
there's a thread in the out of character planning. Do you know how to see the threads?
Now you can see
Yeah.
the thread.
No, I can see it. Okay.
He hadn't been
Oh.
pinged in it, so unless he went and typed something, all of our
Oh.
conversation was invisible.
I forget that about threads.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can usually see who's going to get notified of any new posts by the sidebar that shows, who's in the channel.
So then, wait, how did? I don't think anybody. Oh, it's invisible. You had to go looking for it.
You have
could
to go
still
looking
access
for it. Yeah, it's
Oh,
not
okay.
quite invisible. It's
Gotcha.
there, but you have to look for it.
Might be. Man, I'd forgotten that. I now that you say it, that does vaguely ring a bell. That would explain why I kind of had this vague sense of like not sure how I felt about threads.
Mm.
But I was like, I mean, these are great. Why not do one?
I just
What
make
I-
a point
what I
of
remembered-
pinging all my players when I make a thread
Yeah.
inside the thread.
Yeah, I probably should have done that. What I do remember disliking about it was that they automatically like get archived after a certain amount of time inactive, which I didn't really like. So
Yeah.
because I tried using it on my play by post game.
Kinda. It's still, you can still use it again, but it stops showing after like 3 days or a week if you're
Yeah.
Nitro.
I think you have to resurrect it, and then it goes back to being the same way.
Ben,
Yeah.
I beg you to let me move one of my mental attribute boosts to Dex. Because otherwise, it's going to be dead. Like it's padding my very low zeros.
I mean, I will say a 16 is pretty close to. I mean, that's within a reasonable amount of skill point expenditure, but and I mean, Constitution and Strength each affect. They have, I guess, maybe minor effects depending on how you think about it.
Well, I think Constitution's only the modifier. None of them are going to look at like the attribute number.
Well, so Constitution, your Constitution number affects your system strain, which affects several things, and Strength is your carrying, your readied and stowed capacities. So they're not
visible.
They're not as obviously not as nice as having a +2 dexterity, but they are useful.
Ethan, you are withholding my sheet.
Oh, how am I withholding a sheet?
Distracting the GM who needs to
Yes.
be efficient finishing. True. I'm sure Dex is like
chomping at the bit.
Use you, Mr. Only a -1 before you got your free 14.
Oh no, I don't. No, I don't care about that. Not in stars. The attributes were a lot more important in games like D&D, where every 2 was a bonus and they meant more, and then you could go even higher, 20, 22, 24. Yeah. Now if it wasn't Constitution that 13 was in, I would probably decline to move it, just because it would be part of the character. But 13 con just feels like such a. Con is almost my dump stat.
Yeah.
So
You wouldn't want a -1, but you
right.
wouldn't care to have any more than anything above a 0 in it.
I mean,
Yeah.
it did save Cade, ironically, but that's because he
Yeah.
had no combat capabilities anyway.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Saved him from that bomber, though.
I won't begrudge a +1, and if I choose not to move the 13, I will certainly put a skill point in to raise it. Definitely. But yeah,
Right. Everybody should
it's
have character sheets now. Do you guys want me to, I don't want to try handholding more than you guys want, but I'm happy to help whoever fill out their stuff in their character sheets.
I could use some help.
Okay.
I'm kidding. You're supposed to laugh at that. You were supposed to laugh at me.
Okay, Dex. Give me your hand.
Alright, let's see.
I'm kidding. No, I only say handholding because I don't want to volunteer it and you guys feel like I don't think you can handle it.
Will you be once we actually make the characters, will you allow us to move the boosts over to the base? Because otherwise that can get confusing with any skill point boosts.
That's a fair point. I'd be up for doing that. Yeah, sometime down the line. Yeah, for now it makes it easier to see that you got
Yeah.
that you accounted for all your growth rolls without overlooking something because with all the numbers going around it's easy to miss something. Oh yeah, Avery, I have used that tool, that character creator tool. Um I I liked it overall. I did get a little confused a couple times trying to resolve because it does like walk you through all the different stuff, which is pretty helpful. And I think it even has all the what's it called? Like just the fact that it has all the steps and it prompts you, kind of notifies you if you miss stuff. Seems pretty nice. I haven't vetted it enough to just like be like, here guys, use this and it'll do everything right for you.
I'm gonna try it and then I'll transpose everything into my sheet and
Yeah.
see what you think.
Go for it. So yeah, let's see. Everybody has at this point, I guess everybody rolled stats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, no, who are we missing?
Hey, does class not have adventure
Oh,
on here
wait.
anymore?
2, 3, 4, 5. It never
For some
did.
reason it doesn't have it in a drop-in anymore.
I don't think it ever did. Did it?
I remember it used to have it because it if you type in adventurer, it still autofills the adventurer ability.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess it does. It just
Yeah, all 5 of us have rolled.
okay. I keep thinking 6, but that's counting me too. I don't get to roll stats.
Ethan,
Yeah.
you're going shoot with the bow and kind of what else? What do you mind saying?
Oh, so I was doing the adventurer, and I was gonna pick up Tinker and Gunslinger as the focus or foci.
Okay, are you planning to go deep into fix?
I don't think I was super deep fix wise. I guess I was thinking enough so I could maintain like my own mods. Was really the and I guess like lore justification of him tinkering with his own arrows kind of thing.
Gotcha. I'm just trying to.
Yes, I think I'm not going deeper than fix 2.
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out slot myself in where there may be gaps. Robert, stab with any secondary skills.
At this point, I'm thinking definitely stab. Possibly a mid of shoot as well, just because I feel like that's going to make sense with this.
Mhm.
I'm going to avoid lead, even though that's a stereotypical soldier thing. It might secondary into exert for labor based, and
Be kind of basically the physical character.
yeah, that's kind of what I'm leaning towards. I was planning to roll growth at least once, so let's see what this gets. Growth on soldier 4 is +2 physical.
Danielle, what do you, if you don't mind me asking again, what kind of skill direction do you think your influencer has taken, aside from talk?
I was thinking hacker actually.
Okay, so kind of hacking. Are you gonna be doing talk and perform?
I was kind of leaning towards that, but now I'm not sure.
Oh, you'll definitely have the skill points for it. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I think it would be nice, but I was gonna see what the rest of the crew wanted to do.
hmm Avery's
Let's
giving us
see.
his entire character over here.
Yeah, I'm
Soldier
seeing.
gets exert as well, so that makes sense.
Okay.
So, Robert, you were going with soldier as the background.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Um,
+2 physical, which I haven't allocated yet because I haven't decided.
Okay.
I'm debating: do I roll learning or do I roll growth for the opportunity to get a +18 on strength, because that would be a +2 for strength. It's
Hmm.
it's a 3 out of 6 chance I get that.
Yeah, I mean that's what I typically do. I mean, I usually go pretty much all in on growth unless there's just no chance of getting anything better.
Yeah. Any skill.
Avery, what do you
All
mean
right.
by clairvoyance?
So what?
Are you talking precognition
Oh no.
or are you freestyling?
I'm freestyling.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say I definitely have some. I'm this being the first time I'm seeing this. The temporal echo unique gift. Um, I'm gonna. I'm just
I
gonna
actually
shoot
sent
that
this
right.
to you weeks ago. Just
Wait, really?
yeah.
What?
Wah wah. At least a week ago.
Oh, let's see. Okay, it was right after the quiet year message. Huh. Yeah, sorry, I just missed that. I think because I was. I don't have a backup character idea for this. Um.
Love it, hate it. Just word
Yeah,
vomit.
yeah. I mean, the unique gift time stuff is like the clair. I think for clairvoyance, discern unseen targets. I think that's either there's teleportation that lets you like there's an ability to like sense any location that you could teleport to. Um, but I think Dex, you're doing teleporter and
No, if
with
Avery wants to go biometa teleport, then I can. But my
well,
first thought here was the telepath actually, so might
telepath.
work.
Okay, I can remember what you said. So Avery, so that's there's one
Teleporting
ability in
is really
teleportation, but if there is precognition, I don't know if you've read any of the psychic stuff on precognition.
no.
Yeah, so because I'm not very like I'm not comfortable enough with the game system to just kind of homebrew um another psychic discipline. Um, but so precognition, it's more about seeing into the future than it is um, doing like scrying or whatever. Um, but so I don't know if that's similar enough to your idea.
I
I'll
can-
also I will also say that just fair warning, if you go full psychic, um, being skillful in close combat is going to be a pretty expensive and endeavor, and you're gonna like just overall be much less effective than even the partial warrior characters, and just like in general with psychics, if you spread across three psychic disciplines, you're gonna end up with uh, very little to spend outside of that on like regular skills, unless you just invest kind of unless you stick to fairly low levels in the various psychic stuff. Um, so we probably need to have a sit down separately to go over some of the more specifics, um, and see what's most important to you about that character concept. Um, I like the idea of the background, because there is I can think of a couple places that could fit somewhat in with that stuff. Let's see, that's Robert. Okay, taking punch. Are you thinking unarmed combatant, Robert?
No, just everything combatant. Literally.
Oh, okay, got you.
Is he unarmed? He'll punch. Is he armed with a blade? He'll stab. If it's got
Okay.
there's a gun or something, it'll be
Mhm.
shoot. Like
Okay.
Alright.
Um.
I want to roll my
And I
that's good.
tagged you in session chat, Ben.
Okay. Session chat. Meet the new prince.
There we go. 5. Okay.
That is great.
Great. My character with 5 charisma has connect.
Sorry. Did you notice what you were about to say?
Yeah,
Sorry.
20 pages worth of scandals they don't want you to know about.
What?
Pages 17 to 37. God. And every last one of them is true.
Obviously,
Ah,
totally
+1 any
true.
stat. Hmm.
So Dex, you were putting. Okay, so you're still. Let's see, Danielle, did you want me to put your stats in on your character sheet for you?
Sure.
I've got
Sounds
all my
great to
stuff
me.
in the notes box if you want to follow along with what I'm doing, Ben.
Okay, gotcha. I see there.
Debating if I want to make another growth roll.
And you're still deciding whether or not where to move that 13.
Oh no, I'm gonna leave it in con.
Okay.
Decided that I can use it for cyberware.
True. And also works for your psychic ability score.
Oh no, this is the fixed character.
Oh, you're okay. You're not doing the. I
Nah.
got you.
So I don't know if we have a pilot.
That can be worked out. You don't need anybody with epic skills necessarily. But
With
those do come in handy.
with this character's intelligence, I could probably pick up Pilot 0, and as long as we stick with safe jumps, anything with a difficulty of 6 or less, you don't even have to roll.
Right.
Actually, just had that in my campaign. I was like dreading their very first spike drill, and I calculated it out. It was a fresh rudder, like difficulty is 6, no roll.
Man, why would you fret that? That's like so much fodder for
Eh,
excitement and
I actually find it very disruptive in my campaign,
well, yeah,
especially at the very
disruptive.
beginning.
That's true.
I have
You just
a
gotta be prepared.
no, I have a very particular opening setup that really doesn't work well with mishaps.
Mm,
Once they get out into the open, I'll be fine with it. I'm gonna roll
yeah,
growth one more time.
got you.
There we go. There's a +2 mental.
Shells. Nice.
Oh, background. I should There we go. No.
Scholar. So you trying to push intelligence to 17 here?
No, I'm gonna go ahead and take that first point into con.
Okay.
And yeah, intelligence is going up to 16.
All right.
This is a full expert. Suppose I should have that up here. Oh, actually, you don't choose your class until after the background.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see, Danielle, have you decided what you want to be your 14?
Yeah, charisma.
Okay.
I think I am gonna weigh. I'm gonna try and lean towards being a face, I guess.
Okay.
Someone's gonna have to calm down all the people that my character talks down to.
Mm.
Oh boy.
Well,
Let's see.
actually, if you knew anything about astrophysics.
So Robert, are you doing soldier with the VI character?
Yeah. I am.
Okay.
I was just messaging you on the side, but I may as well just ask it since it'll be faster. If I choose to go with a VI worker bot foci, it says gain a bonus skill related to your intended function. Choose an attribute associated with the work. Gain a +1 up to a maximum of +2. You have all usual traits and abilities of a VI robot. I was thinking of him being like the chassis of like a fighting training robot, kind of uh, like a sensei or shifu kind of
Okay.
bot, where it's designed to train in combat. So it's not like built-in weapons or anything. But it's still a robot that's intended to get beat up.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But I've been debating, should I do android, because it would be more jarring for it to be a robot that looks human. I was just wondering, I'm not decided as to which one I would go. Would you be fine if I took an extra bonus skill that is combat related? Because it would be related to that sort of like training bot function, or
Yeah, I'd be fine with that bonus skill being combat when it doesn't specify. I mean, it does say. I mean, it's. I don't know. It does seem to be implied that it's supposed to be non-combat, just because it's built for industrial or technical labor, but I'm not really. Uh, I don't think that's a big issue. And it would
I
make
mean, it could
sense.
always be the sentient starship, but no, thank you.
Well, now let me. Well, yeah. Let's see. Okay, you don't need fix to be able to repair yourself anyway, so you don't need a point in fix regardless. So yeah, I mean, I think I'm fine with that being a point in a combat skill.
Yeah, I'm not. I wouldn't pick it because of the point in the combat skill or the attribute bonus. I'm trying to figure out, is the character more suited to an android because it's a robot that thinks it was a person, a human soul downloaded into the robot body by mistake. I feel like it would be more jarring for the psyche to be downloaded into the worker bot, which is why I'm kind of thinking along that line.
Yeah, I got you.
Because I could definitely put the +1 into exert or into work, which is the other one I picked as the gain 1 level in a free skill from character creation.
Oh, you got one in work.
Yeah, so I have 0 in work and in exert. Exert I got from the growth rule. Work I got
Okay.
from like the character pick any non-combat skill related to your hobbies or whatever. So I just figured work was good enough.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I won't tell you you can't pick work. It would help me to know kind of what you're intending that to represent. Because I've never had anybody take the work skill before. To me, it's kind of a strange one. I
It
get
is.
what he's in. I get his idea for it, but um, it feels like most of those things could, most of those theoretical uses could just as easily be a different skill. Um,
I'll loop back to that. I'll take
okay.
that point off and put an unspent skill point just as a reminder to myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I will go with the VI worker bot just so it is more jarring because that will feed into this story.
Yeah, and I was going to say I don't know if this I don't know how much you're interested in how prevalent it is. I mean, um, well, goodness, and that gets into the whole topic of are we keeping origins as being known systems to you guys already, or are we branching out into places you guys haven't discovered yet? I don't know how much you guys are interested in exploring and the kind of the mystery aspect of it. Um, I will
I mean, this
say,
could literally be somebody's damaged / corrupted like rich guy's practice robot for sparring practice. Like,
yeah,
common,
um,
maybe not, but not
yeah,
unknown.
yeah. I was gonna say, I guess at least in space you guys have been to so far, it's not very common for VIs to be kind of freelancing, um, but and and on a system by system basis, like the actual individual rights of a VI are going to be certainly questionable. Um,
Yep, that's why he's going to be with the characters.
yeah. Okay. So I figured you were probably banking on some aspect of that, but yeah, the um I actually have a couple interesting locations that I think I'm gonna send you some messages about because I think
Oh yeah,
your character
ping
would
me.
know of a couple places, or at least have heard of a couple places that are where people, where VIs are trying to fight more for their own individual rights and independence. But yeah, I think we will have some very fun. I I'm looking forward to some of the kind of like social dynamics of this group with some of the places you'll go because um, you've got like a you've got like an influencer slash streamer from Loenuda. That's going to be along for the trip. You're going to have a VI, very obvious VI.
Yep.
And then I'm not super clear on the origin of everybody else's characters yet, as far as like their backstory, background. Though Avery's character being like a sort of a scientist, researcher anyway, from a place that I will say I think, yeah, Avery, the place, the description you have, there's a planet I have in mind that it's one you guys haven't been to, but especially if it kind of went south, it's if he left home a good while ago, he could easily be in known space. Well, let's see, Ethan. Question about equipment. Okay, so equipment. For that stuff, I've always found it just kind of weird because there are some like drastically different like value totals in there.
Like the technician.
Yeah. I wish I could remember. I mathed it out one time, like what the technician one was worth, and
It was over 2,000, if I recall.
over 2,000? Really? It's that much?
Yeah, because I mean, a lot of those things are expensive.
Yeah.
Oh, garbage.
So what do you think?
Rolled 3 HP
Oh, let me roll.
with a warrior.
Whoa,
Sweet.
bro, that is.
Oh,
That
by the way,
is
guys,
hard.
milestone leveling.
Oh, I don't want to play anymore.
Kidding. Wait, how did you manage? Oh, you are also. Oh, did
As an
you have?
adventurer, you still get the partial warrior hit points, right?
Yeah, you do. Did you take Die Hard or something, Dex?
No. The plus
Just
one
got a
con.
good roll.
+1, +2.
No. I didn't enter anything there. I rolled a 4 and I got a +1.
Oh, what? Okay, that's weird.
Oh, do you see a different die on the board?
Oh, it's showing a. Oh, I'm misreading that needlessly convoluted formula that's in there. Never mind.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Somebody actually
I thought it was
explained
saying you
how
rolled a 1.
it actually is necessary for it to be that convoluted.
Yeah, it's like rolling. It's like rolling a. I wish I could remember. Yeah, times. Yeah, plus times 0 plus that. Yeah, it's very weird. Very weird. So yeah, I didn't answer the question about equipment. I'd kind of rather just give you guys all a flat credit number to spend on whatever TL4 and lower stuff you want, than bother with the equipment packages. I feel like I
I'll
remember.
just go with the basic blade equipment package. It works well enough for me.
Yeah, that's also an option. I'd say, yeah. How about you? You can either take an equipment package or take 1,200 credits. Let's go with that.
That's actually almost exactly what the civilian package is. Civilian package is 1100.
Okay, that may have been what I used as a reference point because like if you sold off, yeah, if you took the value of the equipment they get.
Mhm.
You said 1200 or
Yeah, 1200. You can take an equipment package or 1200 credits.
I'm definitely going to be using that.
But yeah, I don't really like doing the, oh yeah, let me just trade in something from my
yeah,
equipment
bopping
package
stuff
for the
around.
for the credits. It's like, okay, well then, your starting package is not brand new equipment. This is stuff you've been using for some time anyway. Okay, so we got that. Danielle, how are you coming along on character creation? I don't think you've rolled any other stuff, have you?
Nope.
I think I got a sheet, Ben.
Okay.
Just need to. I'm gonna up wisdom to 14, but I was gonna have you look at it.
Okay.
I'm still trying to figure out names.
Like your character name?
Yep.
Well, okay. Oh, it's already 11:20. Glad I checked the clock. We were just cruising along. Yeah, I kind of figured we'd be doing some character creation on the side. All right. So Avery, you've got. Did you do? Oh, you got a sheet on the character creator website. Yeah, if you are you able to send me a link to the completed one?
That's a good question.
Or to like export it somehow.
Yeah, to like a PDF.
Yeah. Let's see. So we've got. Where did I put that?
I can also share it as a link.
Okay. Oh, alright. Character creation. So everybody. Okay, cool. Background physician, psychic. Did you decide which one you were gonna change to a 14?
Yeah, I was gonna do wisdom. I just haven't done it in the.
Yeah, that makes sense because need that for psychic stuff. Yeah, you haven't. See, it looks like you still have an available non-psychic skill and 2 psychic skill picks. So yeah, let's see. Do you want to? Well, yeah, yeah, being 11:20 already, we can shelve this for now. I'll say, yeah, go ahead and fill all that out and just make a note.
Wow. I'm already
You do.
rolling garbage on no checks.
Whoa, that was
There we go.
nice.
So Avery, how did you pick skills? Did you just pick them, or were you gonna roll for them?
Oh, I just picked them. I thought.
Okay, yeah, I think what is it? You can pick 2. So you took heal by default, and then picked notice and connect. You are allowed to pick the same one multiple times if you wanted. I don't know how much you care about the numbers. That does get you more bang for your buck if you try to get stuff to +1 in character creation.
Oh, I think actually I just rolled all that. Let me look. Kind of nervous. Need to put those in.
Let's see. So it looks like
Ethan,
So X rolled, Robert
Mhm.
rolled, Ethan
if
rolled.
you wanna save yourself a focus, like Tinker seems character oriented, but both are like a really great resource, really rare. I'll be able to probably I'll be able to do all the maintenance for all the mods that we have. Yeah, basically, do you want to save yourself a focus? Because I also have Tinker.
Oh, who was talking Tinker?
Let me.
that was
Ethan was.
Alternates.
okay.
Let me look at them.
Ooh.
Like a little bit of fix makes sense, and it's good to have that overlap, anyways. The min maxer in me cringes at the idea of you taking Tinker.
Yeah, I mean, there's basically no way you guys could. Well, I shouldn't say there's no way. It's extremely unlikely that you guys would get anywhere close to ever maxing out 2 characters worth of Tinker maintenance scores.
Especially with me having a +1 con and going for a +2 intelligence.
Oh yeah, true.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's gonna
Does
be a pretty-
anybody have the handbook that I could borrow?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, we've got a physical copy somewhere.
I'll
Uh,
just send you the digital copy. I know you own a copy.
yeah, it's probably something I should have linked in reference somewhere. At least the free version, because the free version has 99% of, well, it has 100% of what we need 99% of the time. Hmm. 99% of the time, it works 100% of the time.
No, I don't know if that's gonna work. Let me try that again here, Daniel.
Let's see.
Ah, damn.
So Ethan, you were good. Oh, you're doing the Bowman Gunslinger from Phylus? Oh, okay.
Does that link work, Danielle?
What?
I sent you a link. Does that work?
Let me see. I try.
All right, let me see. So we've got
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, cool.
Robert
Just
is
trying to
taking
look up
Workbot
backgrounds.
Focus.
I also put in notes what the bonuses from that were. Bonus skill was stab, just because I'm making him a kendo practice VI.
Okay.
Attribute bonus to strength. I may eventually buy that up to 18. Eventually, just for story reasons.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like being at a 17, I mean, that's 1 skill point to get you to 18.
Yep.
You probably want to pick a different attribute.
Ooh.
Because strength will basically only matter for level 1.
Choosing a background.
I mean, while true, putting it into anything else has no net effect either. So
What?
I could put it
What do
into
you mean, having a
Constitution and
Why wouldn't a
What?
+1 to dexterity be helpful?
because it doesn't add a bonus.
No. That is not a +1 to the attribute. That is a +1 to its modifier, up to a maximum of +2. It's saying
I
if you have,
misread.
yeah, it's saying if you have a whatever your
Oh.
modifier is, you can
Never
add 1
mind.
to that.
You're right.
Yeah.
So put that in the bonus.
Okay.
field
Yes.
for-
Then I definitely would put that in dexterity. That makes so much more sense. Thank you. I misread that.
It's easy to
It's
do because it just says bonus modifier, and you're like, all right.
Yeah, I guess I'll swap out Tinker with Die Hard. Probably use the extra.
Were you
Hams.
Ethan, were you thinking about the assassin focus? I didn't notice if you've taken any focus yet. You mentioned
I was
becoming a freelance assassin in your little snippet, but I didn't know how literally you meant that.
Yeah, I guess that he kills people for hire right now. But I guess mostly that he tries to do it from a distance.
Mhm.
So I was thinking the assassin stuff doesn't super cover that.
Yeah, the assassin focus is definitely up close and personal. Yeah, it's up to you.
Although I guess that is nice for point blank ranged attacks made with surprise, cannot miss.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we did recently get a whole Crawford ruling that just means adjacent.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you? Oh, as opposed to.
People were asking about what point blank range from that meant, and I assumed it meant adjacent, or maybe
Oh, yeah.
even like if you've got a square between you, kind of thing. Of like, oh, you're standing like 5 meters from them. Of course, you're not gonna miss.
Got you. Yeah, I can see how colloquially point blank has a bit of flexibility, but yeah, I mean, narratively speaking, yeah, point blank is point blank. I mean, you got to be up in his face.
Oh yeah,
but
the
yeah.
aspect skill.
Yeah, I really like the whole the level 2 one. I've always wanted to make a character that gets to use that, because getting to be like 10 meters away doing your, so you don't have to be right up on them preparing to kill them. It just like adds tons of flexibility to your ability to do execution.
Yeah, I thought of doing that for the performer one.
Oh yeah, the
Can we
performer. Oh, like the imposter poison.
Can we take a moment to talk character, like personality entangling? Because we've
Like
got
how we're gonna interact with each other.
yeah, kind of. Maybe even be linked in some already, because we've got one character that's a almost sociopathic killer robot. We've got a character who's got the charisma of a dictionary, and the smart words of a dictionary, which clearly Dexter cannot imitate. Vocabulary.
There you go. You got this.
So I know you were talking about kind of having somebody to guide the VI's conscience, Robert. Do you still want to do that?
Sorry, I didn't hear what you were saying.
Cool.
Oh.
Did you still want a moral compass for your VI?
Yeah.
It's gonna be required.
So yeah, that's
I will get with you later, but like it's gonna be required.
Are you volunteering your character for that position, Dex?
I don't know if my Wisdom 7 is the best choice for that.
Mine probably shouldn't be anyone's moral compass at the moment.
Oh no.
No,
but I can't like
I
go
would
back to
really-
leaning on Danielle on that either, because we just did that kind
Yeah.
of thing ish with the previous season. So I
What?
want to like
Really?
link, sort of.
Maybe
I
the
don't feel
group,
like
and you
this
just have
was
a
a
really
moral
skewed sense of
compass.
morality for a long time.
You know what?
It's-
If you want, Robert, I will take that with my 7 wisdom. Be that
Yeah, I
moral
mean-
compass.
I mean, it's not about the attribute; it's about the morality, man.
Well,
Exactly.
the attribute also kind of
Look at
plays
it-
in with judgment.
This way, though.
You cut out, Danielle.
What way are we
I was
supposed
just
to
gonna say,
look at
look
it?
at it this way, Robert. No one's gonna ship you with me
At this point, absolutely not.
because you're a killer robot. Yeah. So there you go.
Don't count the internet out.
So why
say-
does my mechanic highly educated, like highly specialist focus in no educated character have a killer robot or friends with a killer robot?
Why would a
Oh, we
nerd want to
talked-
be friends with a cool AI robot?
Oh, so you're talking like previous connection,
Like-
like
Yeah.
Yeah, like character link.
party meeting.
I'd like
Not
to
just-
if you'll allow it, GM.
Oh yeah, no, I'm fine with that
Okay.
stuff. I didn't get that implication from the first thing you said.
I would say because maybe she humored him.
I do think that she would be fascinated by the robot. She is. I mean, actually, she's probably one of the only crew members other than him that can repair him. Oh, nope, that's not true.
Yeah.
Ethan's character will be able to with Fix Zero.
Yeah.
Or 1, however high he takes it.
Oh, I guess.
Okay, so question though, real quick. We've
Mm.
got how many people that are gonna be like experts
Looks like we have
in the group?
I think we have a psychic, we have 2 experts, a warrior, and a partial warrior. Partial expert, I assume, Ethan?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we got
Get all the foci.
right.
Mm.
Let's see, Danielle, I guess are you Oh, you were trying to decide, yeah, I was counting you as one of the experts.
You were
Yeah, because I saw it on your
Okay.
sheet. I'm not saying you have to be an expert. I was glancing at all the sheets and you had expert on yours. Are you
I'm
considering
just
changing
not
that?
sure now. Yeah.
Okay.
Adventure is
know
a
what
good
I'd
split the difference for most of them.
Yeah, I mean, that's certainly not a bad idea at all. Gives you a little bit of this and a little bit of that. You know, you talked about wanting to be handy with a gun.
And yeah, then that lets you pick up gunsling. If you're a partial warrior, grab that foci.
Well, let's go ahead and call it for now because it's 11:38. Looks like we've got Ethan, I think, all the way through character creation.
I should be
Um,
all the way through as well.
I had the list up, and then I scrolled away from it.
My armor class is 9.
Say what? You're not wearing your armored anything?
Technician actually does come with the armored undersuit, so she will probably be wearing that whenever she can. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. But yeah, it's still going to be not a wonderful AC for sure. Ethan, did you take your bonus skill?
I think I did. I keep going to write my bio and then everyone's asking questions.
Got you. Yeah, I didn't notice. You didn't. I think you rolled all. Yeah, you rolled all
All growth, all the
growth.
time.
So you got
Just trying to max that dex.
yeah. Let's see, vagabond. I forget what vagabond comes with. For
That was the survive, and I think sneak was my freebie skill,
okay.
and
Okay, and then
gunslinger and
and
sniper got my shoot up to 1.
yeah, I get you. So were you? Which one of these is your non-combat skill? Or I mean,
The Die
focus.
Hard.
Hmm.
Oh no.
um.
I guess it had been the Tinker. I can swap that out for, I don't know, maybe a specialist in something.
Yeah, I'm not sure about Die Hard being a
Oh, I was gonna
non-combat
boost my
skill.
notice. That was one I was.
But are you
Was
sure about
not.
Die Hard being a Christmas movie?
No comment. uh, that is one of those. That's a movie I need to watch. I'm not actually sure if I've ever seen that movie, but that whole debate is always really funny
Let's
to me.
see. Are you good if I swap it with alert?
uh,
If you're on Die Hard as a
you think I'll be more
non-combat.
confident in an alert being a non-combat skill or focus?
I think notice is a non-combat, right?
Well, yeah. Notice is a non-combat skill.
I mean, it's you can't be surprised.
Yeah, I guess everything else being related to combat about it.
Well, I think the surprise and execution is pre-combat, right? Is that is
Well, yeah, I mean
violence
it's
involved? But
yeah, I guess it's technically before initiative starts, but I mean I would classify that generally as related to combat and like the of combat being fighting. Um, yeah, I mean I'm really feeling like that's another combat skill or combat focus, I should say.
um,
I'm gonna try to think. I don't know if I probably need to just have a whole list of here are all the what I consider the combat related foci and non-combat
well,
related.
okay. Well, I guess I can do fix specialist. That did get me the fix again.
Ethan,
Man, I guess it's not as.
you're not going to raise fix anymore after that. You're killing me, man.
Well, he's pushing. I was gonna do a notice or try to boost my other skills, but he's rolling all those as as combat ones.
I mean, you could do a specialist notice. Let me see. Let me think about assassin. I feel like that one.
That one's even more.
Yeah, I mean, I
That
was
one's
expecting.
purely about execution attacks. Well,
Execution attacks aren't combat though.
I was honestly expecting you to ask about that one next. That's why I was thinking about that one.
I was figuring if you're saying one of the three abilities being a combat thing and alert, you're not going to take the one of the one combat abilities in assassin.
Well, with alert, it's initiative, execution attacks, surprise,
Yeah, I was going to
and
count
then
initiative
notice.
because I was saying execution. I feel like that's pretty solidly a non-combat one, since your execution is still a skill check.
Right. That's where I'm coming at with assassin being a maybe because it is all it's skill checks. I mean, sniper. Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
I guess I'll do. Let's see, that boosted my sneaky. And I guess if I ever am happening to use a pistol, Which I guess I was planning on picking up a couple of them. He's gonna be a gun nut.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because with sniper giving you shoot as a skill, that's pretty solidly combat. But assassin, I'll say assassin is that'll fit the bill for your non-combat focus. All right. Well, before I get off into any more weeds, let's go ahead and wrap the session. I guess we could still.
Do we get
Do you guys
XP?
still want to do faves? no XP today. I don't know. We didn't do a whole lot of in-character stuff. I don't know if you guys want to try to
You
squeeze
can just say
favorites out of that.
favorites for this session,
Yeah, we can do that.
because like including character creation, I think that's
That
the
is
entire
fair.
session.
It's fair. I don't mind doing it. Sometimes I feel a little. I don't know if self-conscious is the right word. Like I'm pushing it on you. Like, all right, guys, tell me what you loved about this session where very little happened.
Oh yeah, you don't have to.
But
Can we all just say Cade's scene?
well,
Okay.
I mean, yeah, we can. I mean, I'm fine with that. If anybody, yeah, let's go with that.
My favorite was getting to make a magazine cover.
Yeah, that's awesome. If you guys haven't looked, that's in session chat.
Huh. I'll have to look.
I just enjoy getting to devote 20 pages to the scandals they don't want you to know about.
Yeah.
I want to
Well,
do one about Saoirse now.
Dex, you can certainly say Dex's
Oh
favorite.
man, I should make one for each.
Robert,
What'd you
did
say?
you want to chime in with a favorite part of tonight's session?
I would say my fave is definitely got to be Nero and Saoirse is still clueless about the subtext. I love those.
I
moments.
appreciated whoever it was that recommended me making a mental save. That was
That was
pretty
me.
great.
And then you failed
And
it
failing
twice.
it twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, all right.
It's like Saoirse just can't understand that subtext.
No, remember she ships him with the pilot.
Yep.
No.
Oh wait, with Ahmed, that pilot?
Yeah, do you remember that
Oh yeah.
scene when we were after the was sharing her whiskey and then
Yeah.
Cade was having a really serious conversation with Ahmed
Yeah.
and someone said something about Cade and she was like, wait, with Ahmed? Like not yeah. But it was supposed to be a joke about how everyone ships Cade with like
Oh yeah,
anyone
with
he talks to.
anyone
Like,
who talks to.
like he
Right.
could talk to a rock and everyone would be like, he's marrying a rock.
Yeah. Avery?
But
I'm gonna just give it to the Cade scene.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna have to give it to the new character ideas because I'm very excited about multiple of them, and I'm just liking the whole dynamic that I think they're gonna have together. Yeah, there's been no discussion yet of who, if anyone, is going to be sort of a natural leader amongst the group.
Obviously,
Uh,
my character.
I seriously hope so. It's the vibe I'm getting, at least. Characters who will assert themselves as natural leaders, and
Oh, my character may assert, but you don't want to be following that kind of morality.
well, no, let's not jump to conclusions here.
Mm.
We've got a lot of different perspectives in this party. I will say something we will want to hammer out carefully is what sort of, like, if we're going to, or if we're going to want a more morally gray party, and if so, in what ways, or if we're just wanting to let it play out. Um, but I think we've definitely got a couple characters who will certainly influence the group towards at least a more quote unquote moral direction.
Do we?
Who would that
Yeah.
be?
Yeah.
maybe I'm overestimating one or two. I guess I will say I haven't written a little haven't read all of Avery's
Hmm.
2 and change pages yet, so maybe there's something in there that I'm overlooking. Yeah, I don't know. I guess
I had a fun
maybe
time
Danielle.
reading it.
Yeah, Danielle. Well, I'm not saying I didn't like reading it. I just haven't had the time to focus on it yet. But no, I don't know. Danielle hasn't talked much about her character, but I think her character is at least it'll at least be a slightly tipping in that direction. But yeah, trying to balance out assassin and psycho VI and so on.
He's not
might
psycho, he's sociopath.
okay. Sociopath.
Do your research.
Yeah,
There is a
glad-
difference between sociopath and psychopath.
there is, and it's good to hear that you are very carefully honoring the distinction there.
Oh, I will be very carefully honoring the distinction. Anyway, I have some ideas about how to make that fun.
Okay. Yeah, looking forward to it. Well, on that note, let's go ahead and. Oh wait, did I finish going through favorite?
I think we need Ethan.
Yeah, Ethan. Come back around to Ethan.
Oh, I don't know if I have anything this time around.
That's all right. Yeah, it's pretty light on the happenings. Well, that'll do it. No XP for this session, and so next time we're going to, sounds like, pick back up with the New Horizons crew and follow up the leads that you've got on Java's background, and we'll be resolving some questions about character creation on sidebars.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think we'll need to do any more character creation as a group, but yeah, we'll discuss a little bit more session 0 type stuff at some point.
Would like some
now-
more information about the worlds that are available.
Yeah,
Freedom to make our own, I guess.
Yeah, I figured I would just sidebar Ben about that later.
Okay.
yeah. I think
because it is late.
Yeah,
Right.
it is late,
Oh,
and I don't need to
right. I'm
talk
not
more
asking
about it
for
now.
right now.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I know.
No, I'd wanted to talk more about that tonight, but we don't get time, so we'll message you guys. We'll talk about it.
Okay.
We can go ahead and end the stream.
Bye.